Next up, we're excited to chat with Emily Parr, founder of Holifrog. Welcome, Emily.
Thank you.
Yay, Emily! Emily, I want to.
Pleasure having you.
Yes, I want to get right into it.
Okay.
Ooh.
The name, where did it come from, and also, I know frogs were an inspiration for this.
They were.
Right?
Yeah.
The skin of the frog was an inspiration for this. This is. I need to know the story about this because this is crazy.
Yeah, please.
So I was actually touring a integral health and wellness center, and I happened to be just speaking to my tour guide about the effects of pollution on skin. And this was in a very short elevator ride. So mind you, this was like a 1-minute conversation. And all of a sudden, he sort of just whipped out, well, you know, did you know that scientists study frogs when they're trying to determine if pollution levels have risen in an area? And the conversation ended there, but that story it stuck with me. And as soon as I left there, I went into the Google search bar, the AOL search bar, the
All of
Yahoo
it.
search
Yahoo
bar,
search bar.
and I just typed in frogs, skin, pollution, science, and he was right. For years, scientists had been studying frogs as an environmental gauge because of their thin, permeable skin. So when I had decided to launch, you know, I had heard this story a week prior to deciding I was going to launch a skincare brand. And I didn't immediately connect the frog story with it, but then a few days later, I was in a yoga class, and I'm in Downward Dog, and that particular yoga class, I'm just trying to, you know, be inspired and come up with a name for the brand, and I was on a Manduka yoga mat, which is a frog logo.
Wow.
So
the
that
universe.
Yeah, they were telling you this is it.
That was a very, very special yoga class.
I'm glad you didn't call it Downward Dog.
Right?
Yeah.
Holy dog.
Holy dog, yeah. So what is it about frogs that is in this line?
So there's nothing from frogs in this line.
So cruelty-free.
Exactly. Leaping Bunny certified.
Good.
But because frogs can't live in toxic environments due to their permeable skin, and our brand is very, very ingredient focused, I thought that was a really interesting story to parallel the importance of ingredients through the lens of frog skin, so that we weren't fear-mongering people. Because there's a lot of that going on in the beauty industry right now, where you have a lot of these clean beauty brands out there talking about the toxicity levels and cancer, and you're gonna die if you use that cream, and you know, it's all very dramatic.
Right.
And I thought this was a really playful story to sort of educate people about the importance of ingredients through this cute little story. Yeah.
And that what you're saying makes a lot of sense, because we're speaking about washes, right?
Right. These are
You're
all
washing
cleansers.
off chemicals.
Right. And when you're washing your face, you have to think about how your I don't want to say your pores are open, but they're the most dilated. So they're the most permeable when you're washing your face. Your pores are dilating. That's the the scientific, the dermatologist word to use for it. So our cleansers are all loaded with active ingredients. And by active, you know, when I first approached our chemist, which she didn't know what she was in for when she had me as a client, and I said to her, I want every ingredient in our products to be a key ingredient. I only want good ingredients.
Right.
Because I had found that most face washes, I wash my face 3 times a day, and that's a lot.
Is that what you recommend?
Oh, I mean, it's a situational thing.
That's not gonna happen with me.
It all depends on your life. No, it really depends on your life. For me, I wake up and I like to wash my face. I sweat in my sleep, I drool, like I just want a clean face when I start the day.
Right.
So I wake up, but when you wake up, you don't need like heavy lifting for your skin. You just want something gentle and really hydrating. So I always tell people, whether you're using the Holifrog, Tashmoo, Milky Wash, or you're using any sort of a milk or cream wash, use something really light and gentle. But then I go work out. So then I have to wash my face again. So it's like if you give a mouse a cookie, it's gonna need some milk. So that's kind of the story of my life with face washes. So so then I use our acid wash. So it's a 5%.
Which one is that?
This
Let's
is
show it.
Shasta. So this has 5% acid in it.
Okay, and you have 4 different washes.
We have 4.
Okay.
So
For
we have
different
Let me
skin
get this one.
types?
Well, I say that these are suitable for all skin types because they're all really gentle.
Just different strengths.
That's a good way of putting it. Because what happens is most face washes are pretty much water and surfactant. Surfactants are the cleansing agents in a product.
Okay.
So in a typical, and I'm generalizing here, but in a typical face wash, you'll have 30 to 40% surfactant. We dialed that back to 3 to 8% so that we could up all of the hydrators, the humectants, the oils.
Oh, so this leaves your skin moisturized.
Yeah, it leaves your skin hydrated.
I could feel it. I could literally feel it.
Nurys, you realize what we're doing, right? Because these are washes and there's no water in here. So
I know.
we're gonna have soap in our
It doesn't matter.
Sorry,
I like it. It's really good for the skin.
Fortunately, these are gentle.
Not heavy.
Yes.
I don't feel soapy at all.
You know, I have very sensitive skin, and these are the type. These are the ones I need for my skin. Yeah.
So the other thing about cleansers is there's all different textures in the cleansing category. It's not like a cream where you have light and heavy.
I don't like cream. I feel weird about cream because I don't feel like it's cleansing.
Well,
that's just
okay.
me.
Oh, cream cleansers or
Yes.
okay. So I'm talking about like in the cream category.
Yeah,
so
I know
after
what
you
you mean.
wash your face, you put on a cream. You don't have all these different textures. But in face wash category, you have foaming face wash, you have gel face wash, you have jelly, you have cleansing oil, you have cleansing balm. You've got our acid wash is like a serum meets a cleanser. You've got scrubs. You've got powders. You have all these different textures. So for us, we wanted to basically rethink the cleanser category.
Yeah.
So, and that's really, we're kind of educating like ourselves right now on the asking everyone to reimagine the cleanser category before we move on and start sort of tapping into new skincare categories. So we've got 2 more face washes coming out before we move on.
Okay, which one of these would you say is your MVP?
It's really hard because this one is this came out of the gate as our bestseller. Which is the milk wash. And I didn't think that, this is Tashmu. I didn't think that would be our #1 by any means. But I guess what I learned is that people have been burned or their skin has been, I don't want to say burned, like their skin has been stripped by face washes for so long.
Wow, what?
Yeah, because they're too high in the cleansing agents, and that strips your skin.
Yeah.
So whenever people say
Like
oh,
detergent.
my skin feels tight, exactly.
Detergent for the
my
face.
skin feels tight from that. Well, it's because the cleansers strip your skin. So everyone was looking for something hydrating. Now this is our other. So these two are kind of neck and neck, and this one's just super different. This is like literally your acid serum that you would use at night before bed. This is like an acid serum meets a cleanser.
So this one you would recommend for nighttime?
It doesn't necessarily. I use this in the morning after I work out.
So you could use them at any time.
Situational. It's kind of like whatever you're doing in your skin at that time.
And there's no residue, like it's out.
There's no
you can
residue.
put makeup.
Yeah.
But some of them leave
They'll leave your skin replenished.
Replenished.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do any of these have toner?
So none of them have toner per se, but I always say that this is our gel wash. This one cleanses and tones your skin.
Oh, I like
the best
that.
out of all. So this is kind of like, if there was such a thing as, a do-it-all cleanser, this would be it. But again, like you don't really need something this isn't like supersonic strong. Again, it's only 8% surfactant in here versus 30 to 40%. But this will take off all your makeup really well. This will feel like it cleansed and toned your skin.
And what's this one right here?
So this is a cleansing balm. Okay. So this has no water in it. It's all oils and butters.
I like that. For the winter.
For the winter, but also when we all go take off our makeup after this, this is the best way to gently remove your makeup.
And I remember when we were backstage, you had said that no one should be afraid of oils.
No one should be afraid. I have oily skin. And the best thing I've found for my skin is to just keep feeding it oils.
Except mineral oils. I think that those are a little tricky.
We use all sort of plant-based oil.
Coconut.
And we don't use any scented oils. So there's no scent to any of our products. Wow. Because my skin gets easily irritated. So, and fragrance, whether it's natural or synthetic, it causes me to break out. So I wanted to make sure I'd be able to use every product in our line. So
you tried it all.
Right, exactly.
What do you think is the most important thing to making a skincare line, especially something like this?
Integrity. I would say like formulating responsibly. I think that for us, the one thing that we never, ever sacrifice on is the cost of our formulas. We put so much money into the cost of our formulas because it's the same way when you're food shopping. You get what you pay for. You know, and it's shop the perimeter of the grocery store. You know, like we wanted to load all of our products with, you know, the highest end, the most quality ingredients. So for me, I thought to myself, okay, well, you know, this looks like a really fancy bottle. We custom molded it. No one has the shape. No one has this shape, but I found a way to make sure the cost on the bottle was really low so that I could give you the most expensive formulas.
Yeah, because we want to know.
You're going to come back because of the formula, not the plastic.
I like that because some people do the packaging and then forget what's inside.
Right, they spend all this money on this super thick box that's just gonna get thrown away.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like we spent such a long time just trying to source the right suppliers and vendors that would give us the best costs for these components that ultimately you need them. Yes, I need a cap on this bomb, but I wanted to find the, you know, the cheapest recyclable alternative so that we could load all of the money into the formulas.
So you stand out in the ingredient.
Yeah, in the ingredient. And I will say, like, we really don't have junk food filler type ingredients in our products at all.
Good.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't want junk food.
I like
Thank you.
that the scent is very it's
Neutral.
not overpowering. Yeah, it's neutral, which is good.
This
for,
one's
again,
the
for, like,
only one that
sensitive skin.
has like a light, and it's not an added scent. That's actually the scent of the preservative.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
it's called phenexyl alcohol, and that's the you know, the byproduct of using that it's a nature identical preservative.
I can't wait to try all of them. Emily, it's been a pleasure
Thank you
having
so
you.
much, Emily.
Thank you so much for
you.
spending time with us.